We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement. Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing. Hazardous substance. Viewer discretion is advised.
Mikey, how was the convention?
It was really fun. I got back last night. I think I'm kind of still like in a little bit of a convention lag. Um, we drink now at these things quite heavily, and it's just real fun.
And get tattoos.
We get tattoos, matching tattoos. I took Jenna to meet my super amazing tattoo artist. You can follow him at Assad Tattoo on Instagram. And it was so cute because he's so like, I don't know, he's like a man's man. Bleh. And then afterwards, he was like, I hope I was okay. I've never tattooed an actress before. And I was like, you were fine. But no, it was really fun. It was called the Cult Classic Convention held in Bastrop, which if you don't know, Bastrop is just like 30 minutes east of Austin. It's about an hour and 45-minute drive from me. So I just drove there. So, thank God. It was just Saturday and Sunday. And Jenna was there, Catherine was there, which these are the two main actresses in the original Terrifier film. We also had Spencer there, which I had no idea he was going to be there because they advertised him. I didn't read. I was just looking through the posters, but like his advertised poster was him dressed up as the Joker for some reason, and so I just like passed it, like whatever. So didn't realize he was there.
His new music video, he's the Joker.
Oh well,
just so everyone knows.
Yeah, so he's great. Spent a lot of time with him and Catherine, because him and Catherine and Jenna all know each other, and so the way the booth was set up, it was me, Catherine, and Jenna on one side, and then Spencer was just right across from us. And someone had the terrible idea of getting them Nerf guns. So Sunday, I felt like I was babysitting the whole time because they kept shooting the guns at each other. Meanwhile, people are walking by. Someone had to be the adult, and I probably am the oldest one, so it was me. But
do you find that ironic a little bit that you were the because most times
Spencer's
folks
older than you.
Is he?
He's in his 40s.
Oh, he looks young. Good for him.
He does look very young, yeah. Because I thought he was younger than me, and I'm like, oh, I guess not.
How old is Spencer? I'm asking Google like it's my friend. How old is? I just put how old is Spencer? How old is? There it is.
Well, I think Lance was the one who looked it up because
he's 40.
Yeah,
I didn't look it up. I literally was. He said it because he said he was on the beach in Daytona, and he said a certain age bracket at the time. And I just did math, which is, pretty easy to do when somebody says that in the date that it is now.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he said he was like 11 when he saw Scream at the movie theater.
Yeah.
No, he probably had to be a little bit older because I think I was like 11. Because he was born in 85. So he's 10. Yeah, that's about right. But yeah, so I've met him 2 cons ago. Surprised he still remembered me, not because of anything against him, but just because you meet so many people. But Jenna did that thing. She's like, "This is my friend." He's like, "I know who it is." I was like, "Oh, thank you." So we all had lunch together and stuff, and then we were watching the Fat Bitch Jenna Canel videos from Florida. He was like, "You were there," and I was like, "Yes, I was there." So it was really fun. There was a lot of cast.
Remind him that he choked me. Just kidding.
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't mention it at all. Just kidding. No, so there was a lot of celebrity guests from the Friday the 13th final chapter, and I think there was another one. There was 2 of the final girls there, beautiful ladies, and they were coming over and talking to Jenna because they're all going to have a convention over in Europe soon, and they're asking her how it was, so that was really cute. There was
final chat. That's part 4, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think there was another. There was a lot of final chapter actors and actresses there.
That's honestly the best one in my opinion. But
there was
one that's Corey Haim's in. Is that the one or no?
Corey Feldman's in that one. Yeah,
Feldman. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't taken advantage of that. Like,
honestly, that's probably small potatoes to everything else he's done. As much as I love that franchise, that's against the other stuff he's done.
Nobody needs to meet Corey Feldman.
I'm just saying.
Did you read his anniversary post?
Yeah. But you could easily get in there with his band. You know what I mean?
No.
Literally at the con. I'm sure
not he would easily because no one wants to see that.
Yeah. Well, no,
surprised.
he does do the Cry Little Sister song. So
Oh
Isn't even
yeah.
him either. Does
No.
he do it dressed up like Michael Jackson?
he does. Well, last time I saw it, he had the jacket on and he had long hair,
Yeah.
like
So
Michael.
cringy.
I want him to do the dance he does in Dream a Little Dream. I think I'll die if he did that.
Oh, I do love that movie.
I know, it's such a good movie.
Not
But
familiar with that film.
oh, it's so good,
Um,
Mikey. We're watching it next time you come to Florida.
no, thank you. You know who else was there? And they're actually really hot, even though I know they're older. Don't know his name, but one of the members from Disturbed.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
sent me the picture, and the guy was totally looking right at your phone.
no, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't taking pretty pictures of him. He
Because
was
I looked
hot.
at the sun, I'm like, ooh, Disturbed. I'm like, I don't like Disturbed. They're not. I could, yeah, they are not my favorite band. But
I get them confused with Godsmack, their songs.
oh,
Um, but
because they came out at the same time. I get that, but
yeah,
I would prefer Godsmack. But actually, I prefer Avenged Sevenfold. But that's the
well,
reason I don't like Disturbed Everyone because David
Godsmack
Arnett
is problematic, but I do like their music.
Oh, are
Mm.
they problematic? Aren't they
Yeah, the
all these men
no,
that grew up in
the singer was like, I'm not gonna spread false things, but look it up, everybody. The singer from Godsmack controversy. Um, but we had Cortland Mead, who was the little boy from The Shining '97. He was in. Okay, well, he was cute, but whatever. He was cute as a man. Um, I'm trying to. Michael Leary from Halloween Ends. Bobby Brown, which I'm sorry, I don't know. She was very pretty. I thought she was
The makeup artist?
no, Whitney Houston's husband. Just
Whitney
kidding.
Houston's husband?
No,
What else was I gonna say next?
You imagine? Knew it did.
no, I don't. I felt bad because like the way they advertise her, she looks like she's almost like an adult entertainer. She's
Ooh.
very beautiful, but she's from something called
Oh
Cherry
yeah.
Pie. The Cherry Pie music video, Once Bitten, Twice Shy. It's another music video.
Oh yeah.
It's Last Action Hero, Married with Children, Miss Teen USA. She was there. Spencer was very excited to meet her.
Yeah.
I bet
Oh
he
my gosh,
was.
yeah, she's in the cherry pie video. I'm looking at her now.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
She's
love
very
that song.
voluptuous.
She reminds me of
Hmm.
like back in the day, like a Baywatch type actress.
Oh,
'Cause
100%.
in the promo, she's wearing like a red little, not a swimsuit, but like a low cut red thing. And then David Vincent from some band called Morbid Angel, Vidimas, I Am Morbid. I don't know. Wednesday 13 was sitting by us too, and
Oh, my friend's in that band.
I only know him because I had one album of his. It was the Frankenstein Drag Queens from Planet 13. Don't remember
Yeah.
it, but I just got it because of that. Jensen Daggett was there. She's one of the girls from Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Robbie Kiger was there from Monster Squad.
Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah, I saw
Apparently, he doesn't do many of these.
Yeah. No, you really.
Interesting fella. Um,
that.
some Children of the Corn actors were there. Okay, but Robbie Kiger was very nice because before I even knew who he was talking to me in the green room, and then I saw him sitting because he was. You wouldn't know who he was because he was wearing a hat and like sunglasses and stuff, but he was very friendly, talked to everybody. But yes, VC Dupree, Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. Tim Mergovich, who's Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan again. He plays, I think, Baby J or Little Jason. Lawrence Monoson, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Yeah, so as far as the final Friday, wait, Jason Goes to Hell. I don't know, all these things. Anyways, these are actors. Oh, the one that I was talking about, John Moyer from Disturbed. Appropriately, he was in the band Soak, which I'm so to my panties looking at him. Uh, but yeah, so it was fun. Everybody was super sweet. The people that run that convention run the gas station, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station. That's close to there. So I know when y'all come down, you'll probably want to see that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know want to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, but I think the gas station is like a restaurant. Yeah, it's a restaurant that serves barbecue. Because I kept telling Jenna, you got to go to the gas station. You'll miss out on the barbecue. And I'm like, she's vegan. So,
Well, they also serve mimosas, so there you go.
oh, do they? I
I
don't know. I've
guess I
never
looked
been.
it up.
Yeah. But it was really fun. We had a great time. Great turnout because Bastrop's kind of a small city, and I was kind of like afraid that it was just going to be like quiet, but there was like a steady flow of people. So good for
Oh,
the girls and Spencer.
yeah. That's awesome. No, that picture was adorable. I'm like, oh, the Mikey looks like he had so much fun.
I did.
Darn.
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah, his line looks very small comparatively to the one here in Orlando. That's for sure.
Well, it was just, I was going to tell you, I was like, you could have waited a fraction of the time that it took you to wait in Orlando, but that
God.
convention was much bigger. And he still had a line here, but I guess maybe the most people would wait is like 45 minutes.
Yeah, that would
Not
have been a dream.
6 hours like yours or however long that took.
However long he waited.
It was fine. I mean, it sucked. It really did suck because,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Waiting in general sucks.
yeah. But a lot of the people I found out too while we were standing in line had already met him to do the photo shoot. So they were just going to meet him again. I'm like,
Well, as we
why
know
are
in the
you
photo
wasting my
shoot,
time?
well, yeah, because they do that for Jenna and Catherine also. Were like in the photo shoot, you don't really get to talk to them, and then also people like to take their pictures and they like to get them to sign it afterwards. So
Oh,
True.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. But
yeah,
whatever. I got my photo. I got
yeah,
strangled. That's all I needed. I'm good for the next
hooray,
year.
hooray.
So everybody heard the episode by now of the comic chop. So hopefully,
Yes. So if you listened to last week's episode, we did have a sneak peek of the return of the comic chop. That's going to be its own separate sideshow. We're not going to be replacing any episodes for slashes with that. It's just going to be a little side project that runs congruently. And if you've heard the first season, you know, Aid stopped by for one of the episodes. So we might have special guest producer Asia. I don't know. Stop
I'll
by.
say my full name.
Yeah, Professor, producer Adrian. Yeah, it was fun, and we got to hang out with Joe for a little bit. It's been a long time, and
Yeah.
excited to keep doing that. But
Yeah, it was actually kind of fun because it was just one of those things where it's like I felt like for all of us at least a little bit, kind of like it's just getting back on a bike. Honestly,
getting back on a dick, don't forget
Ooh, there it is.
it. 2 of them. Just kidding. But side note from that, have you guys seen anything worth noting? I am thinking. I don't think I've seen anything besides the movie we're doing today because I was doing the Austin thing or Bastrop thing.
Well, no, I watched this one yesterday. I watched, on the cruise, I watched the Back to the Future musical. And I just want to say, if you're on Royal Caribbean and you see it, it was amazing. They literally got the DeLorean to fly. I don't know how they did it. You couldn't see any strings, and they got it to go upside down with the actors in it.
Oh my God.
I know. So I was like, ah. And the guy who played George McFly, who's Crispin Glover in part 1, was like looked and like talked exactly like him. Like it was so creepy because I think Crispin Glover is super creepy. Like he's weird. And that guy did him justice. So if anybody is sailing on Royal Caribbean this year, please go ahead and watch it. But other than that, I finally finished Dracula: A Love Tale because I only watched the first hour and then I had to go to bed because I was really tired. And I'm like, you know what? Let me watch the end of it. And it was so fucking good. Like,
wasn't.
what? Did you watch it?
No, I said, oh, was it?
Oh, yeah. No, it was. Mikey, you need to watch that one. You would like it a lot. Like, there's a lot of parts where I don't know, it's kind of silly, but it's the silliness works with it. I don't know, you have to see it. I can't really explain it. Like he's got these like little gargoyles in the movie that like do his bidding.
Oh,
yeah.
And they're so cute. I can't take it. Like, I want one.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a chance.
You should watch it. I think the girls would like it. Like it, and it's not like there's no nudity or anything, so it's pretty like tame when it comes to that. But like, it's a love story. It is a love story. What's his name? Christoph Waltz is so good in it. Obviously, there's a lot of differences between the novel, but there are a lot of things that they draw from. Not Bram Stoker. I mean, he's the author, but who did the other one? Coppola's.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yes, his Dracula. So you'll just have to see it to like it. So if you haven't seen it yet, everybody, I highly recommend. It is amazing. I want to marry him. I'm going to put his face right next to the creature on my thigh. And there we go.
Cute.
But that's it.
Lance, have you seen anything?
I think oh yeah. Last night I watched the Don't Enter movie that we kind of previewed before.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, but sometimes you just you're hoping that it might be a little bit different. But basically, it just gave YouTuber, influencer slash Scooby Doo kind of vibes to it. Like it wasn't meant to be funny, or it isn't funny. You know what I mean? But it had like kind of that like their crew, and they go in there type deal. And there's another crew of people, and there's something sinister, and it's a little bit more satanic than you thought it was. So there's a couple elements that were kind of cool. The environment was really awesome. The hotel, like what they had as in scenery, for the actual movie itself, I thought was really good. I mean, it's borderline right in the middle kind of deal. So worthy of watching, I guess.
Sounds like good to me.
Is it? Yeah, no. Is it found footage?
No, some stuff kind of comes off that as it too. Like they have little scenes, obviously, because they're videotaping certain stuff. So those are some phone type stuff, but like there seemed like kind of like a. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of, not like the story or anything, but just the vibe kind of reminded me of Until Dawn, the movie.
Like, yeah, see, even that would have been kind of better, but like it definitely had that same kind of vibe. But yeah, but it wasn't like a video game movie, you know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of one of those weird, like you're like, oh, I mean, unless it is, and I just didn't know perchance, but I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, like it just, I don't know. Practical effects stuff was pretty decent. Some of it, yeah, just run of the mill, honestly. But again, it wasn't bad. I mean, it just wasn't great either.
Yeah, I've been hearing lots of things because Leslie said he watched The Mortuary Assistant on Shudder. And Mikey, you saw that one, right?
No, I wanted to. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Oh, then what were you saying? Because he said something, and I'm like, I feel like Mikey said the same thing, but it was probably about a different movie.
It was that Friday, not this past Friday the 13th, but the one before that. I was supposed to watch it, part of like my Friday the 13th thing I was going to do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, I did watch The 1,000 Women in Horror by the. You know what is so funny? Do you remember when we were all at Amoebas in LA?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that one guy was hitting on me, and I'm like, I'm married, go away. I was trying to read that book in Amoebas because they had it on the shelf. And when the second I opened the book, I opened up to the page about Jackie Kong. And it was like Kismet, right? Because hello, Blood Diner. So, but yeah, I totally forgot that was based on a book. So I didn't realize that the author does a lot of commentary. I only watched about 30 minutes because you know me, I was falling asleep because it was late. It was like 8:00. But I need to finish it. So far, it's really good. It's got Kate Siegel doing a lot of commentary on it. And she says she's pretty raunchy. I love how she talks. Like, she and I could be best friends. Love her to death. You know who else is talking in there, which I thought was interesting? Because many, many moons ago, when I started on Slasher's podcast, Mikey, you probably heard this one. We did an episode on all the Black Christmases. And Adam, like each of us were in charge of doing a different film. And I remember Adam had done the 2019 Black Christmas that everybody hated because that one, I mean, it sucks. So I guess the lady, I can't remember if it was the director or writer of the film. She's on there. She's very mean, like angry. Like she's very angry in her interview. And she was like, because we were all bitching, not bitching, but like, especially that's why we had that sticker, Blood, Guts, and Diva Cups, because Adam hated that scene where the girl stuck her Diva Cup in her cooch in front of everybody. I don't know if you all remember that scene. And like, it's not that as over as you guys think. So if you haven't seen that movie, like that's the least.
It's PG-13.
Yeah, like they don't show anything, and I'm like, okay, I've ran out somewhere and like had to like I've been camping and had to like stick a tampon in without a bathroom. So like I get it. I know how it is. Okay. I'm not gonna make fun of anybody about that. But for some reason I felt like that movie was written by a man, but no, I mean if that lady wrote it, that's all I have to say. Because it's not good at all. It's not a good movie.
I mean, maybe she was pissed off that it got rewritten. Maybe you never know.
I don't know, but she's not.
What? I'm just saying. Maybe.
Again, with your doomsday prepping.
I'm just saying that happens in Hollywood.
Maybe she's mad because someone else came and did a different version. They released that version instead of hers.
That's what I'm saying.
I could have said that. But
Where did you get that idea from?
Because it happens in Hollywood all the time.
You say these things as facts, and
I
it's
know.
like, no, maybe she's just upset. And
let's just look it up. Let's look up her name really
God.
quick because now I don't want to say things because I don't know what she did in the film. But I was shocked because I remember I made a comment and everyone else thought the same thing. But I didn't do the research because I was not in charge of the remake or the reboot. Adam was. So if Adam did his research or not, who the hell knows? But yeah, she just was not like she didn't seem like she's like, let's just talk about a girl she's on the rag and I'm like, oh my God, did she just say on the rag? Like who still says that?
Well, she's probably a 90s person.
Well,
you know what I mean?
she's definitely a lot older, but I just thought it was interesting.
She was probably born in like 1972, grew up in the 90s, watched Beavis and Butthead way too much, and her mother told her one time, "You're on the rag, sis," and that's why she wrote it in the script.
Well, see, yeah. So it can be that. So there's Sophia Takal wrote the screenplay and directed it. So, but that's not the lady from the documentary. And let me see, April. Oh no, it's April Wolf. See, she looks really pretty in her pictures online. But she looked like she literally rolled off the plane and then sat in the chair to do the interview. Like,
Jesus.
I mean,
it was like, and they have the same chick from The Stylist is the blonde chick. Remember the whole time in the last thing we were watching, I kept bitching because her fly was down and nobody told her. I'm like,
Yeah.
how are you all going to interview this woman for hours and not tell her fucking fly is down? Like, what the fuck are
was
you
it down again? I hope it.
No, it was not. I was looking too.
Running gag.
Oh my God. Well,
like,
maybe again, maybe somebody didn't want to be like, I don't want to be accused of looking down at her vagina area.
Well, I mean, I was looking because like I saw her fly was wide open. Like you
Yeah,
can't.
Lance, that's why I see.
Yeah.
so
Well, obviously,
whatever.
AIDS checking out her vagina while
Well,
she's
now
watching
I'm
this
gonna.
dog.
I'm
Her
sorry. I'm
Her
sorry.
vaginas.
I'm sorry. I will be looking at her vagina every time I see her because I need to make sure that's done. I will not let you walk around with your
No.
fly down. But
She's
yes,
gonna show the flag, says never forget. And it's just a picture of the flag down.
No, never.
I'm just saying. I just saying that Shutter, like what are you doing to these poor women? Like, you know that, like, if see something, say something. That's all I'm gonna say.
Other than
Anyways.
honoring them with a whole documentary.
Oh well,
That's
yeah,
about
that's
it.
true. Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Well, yeah, but my thing is I don't think they did enough to advertise it either because I remember reading about it and then like I didn't hear anything about it until after it came out, and obviously I haven't been in town, so I haven't been watching it. But it's a very good documentary, everyone. I think you should all watch it. Still
I
women's
mean, it
month.
should have really good at that, anyways. Like really pushing stuff like hardcore like that.
Listen,
Like just their
I
like
talk about
original
Shutter
stuff.
at every fucking
Well, you do
episode,
obviously,
okay?
but I'm talking about them.
Shutter has enough of my advertisement, and I don't get
my
paid to
God.
say any
Who's
of these things,
them?
everybody.
The people at Shutter, you know, that CFO.
The Jewish guy?
The CMO. you said.
Wow, I didn't even say that. I just said
Well, he
CFO.
okay.
is. I don't know what his name is. I forget his name.
You guys are running amok.
We are.
And
Oh,
that brings
speaking
me
of.
to this month's theme. Very excited to present to you Animals Amuck April.
Mm.
I always have to think about which order it is. Amuck Animals or Animals Amuck April.
Well, that's why I wrote it down.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we're reviewing movies about animals running amok. Today's entry from 2025. Yes, 2025. Primate, which I kept calling primitive. It's Primate. If you haven't seen this movie, you can actually watch it if you have Paramount Plus, because I have the basic Paramount Plus, and it's not one of those you need like the Paramount Plus Showtime. It's no, you just can watch it on regular Paramount Plus. I originally saw this when it first came out, opening Friday, and I made a little special blurb about it when we were reviewing. I think it was even a Patreon episode where I was like, oh yeah, because we were reviewing that, and I also did a little blurb about the Killer Whale movie. And so now we're gonna go into it. So y'all probably all know my thoughts, but has it changed? Yes. So what we have here, a cute little family pet named Ben, little Benjamin.
Fucking like the rat.
Yes, exactly, like the rat. And just like the rat, he gets rabies. So first of all, let me tell you guys, if I come up with random rabies facts, it's because I have studied rabies extensively because I'm terrified of it. There's a podcast called This Podcast Will Kill You. It's not good if you have hypochondriaism, whatever it's called, because it's literally each episode they take a disease and they dissect it and they go over statistics, they go over like all the stuff, the history of it. The rabies episode is one of the most terrifying things I've ever heard in my life.
It doesn't ease you at all? Like knowing?
No.
Like at least
No, because you can't fix it.
Oh.
You can't fix it. And if you get bit by a rabid animal, here's my PSA. If you get bit by an animal that you think is rabid and you have access to the body, save it. Let the doctors need to examine its brain and see if it has rabies. If the animal runs away, just tell the doctor, whoever you're talking to, about how it's acting, and they'll determine whether you get a rabies shot or not. About 2 people die a year of rabies, and bats are the most common carriers of them.
You really are afraid of this, aren't you?
The most terrifying thing is that sometimes people will get bit by a bat and not realize it. So if you wake up in your house and there's a bat in your house, you need to go to the doctor, even if you don't know anything, because a bat bite is very small. And sometimes there was one case where a bat flew in this woman's hair and she was like, ah, she didn't realize she got bit in the hen. She got rabies. Once you find out you have rabies because of the symptoms, it's too late, mamacita.
Isn't that an episode of The Office?
That sounds like a terrifying episode of The Office.
Like the funniest one.
Mikey's face right now.
Meredith gets the bat in her hair.
Oh my
Well, I hope
God.
she got a rabies shot afterwards.
She
And
did.
what
She
makes
had to go to
even-
the hospital.
What makes it even more terrifying is our healthcare system, because doctors can, if like you get bit by a dog and it runs away, they'll be like, you probably don't have rabies, you're fine. Okay. But if you do, if they're like, yeah, you need it, that shot is expensive. A series of shots, it's not just one.
Oh,
So,
I've had it.
you had a rabies shot?
I got bit by a pit bull,
Mm,
and they made me.
yeah. Well,
And
good.
it wasn't fun, and I cried the whole time because
How old were you?
I was an adult. I was
This is
walking.
last year.
No,
Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
this is when I was still married. No, I was walking my dog in the backyard, and I was letting him run. And
Oh,
then
I've
the
heard this
neighbor's
story.
dog ran around the retention, like, and it was a big retention pond. So the dog ran from a distance and came all the way up. They attacked my dog. So instead of, I don't know what I was doing. I put
Kicking
my
the dog,
arm,
you put your
I put my
fingers in
arm
there.
in between the dogs like this to push the other one away, and it clamped down on my arm.
Ugh, ouch.
I know. And I had pus, like the puncture wounds are so hard to keep clean. So like pus was getting in there and you could pop it. It was so gross.
Oh, well, you're lucky
Yeah.
it didn't lockjaw.
No.
Well,
I don't think the dog meant to bite me, honestly. But
Yeah.
it
Did they
still
put the
did.
dog down?
No, but they took it for 2 weeks.
Oh.
yeah, they have to. Oh, yeah. So if it's also a dog or a cat, they'll quarantine it for a certain amount of time to see if it has rabies. I don't know why rabies is so expensive. The shot, y'all, just make it affordable. Give it to
don't-
everybody.
Yeah,
It's
I
because
don't
no one else is
remember.
really getting it and doesn't
No,
worry
like if
about
you're a veterinarian, you have to get it. Like people that work with animals every day, they have to get it. But
like
anyway,
the flu shot.
I mean, the flu shot for veterinarians that work with animals, yes.
So yeah,
They
then
have to get
for the
their
veterinarians.
shots. Like the animals get their shots updated, so there's that. The
Yeah, but
temper-
sometimes they bring in strays, or like some people don't always have their dogs that have rabies shots. So I think if you work like in kennels or you work in whatever, you're supposed to have the dogs vaccinated, but I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, no, I mean, I think that if you're going to work with animals like that, you have to, because
Yeah.
they'll
But
bite
then-
they'll bite you without meaning to, or they get scared. You know, they don't know. They're
Do you think-
animals.
Like right-wing people with their pets, do they get their vaccine shots?
Yes. You actually have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Though?
it's not-
It's
Hey,
kind of
it's
funny.
not just right-wing people. I know some people that can't afford having pets, but do. Sometimes those people do not vaccinate their animals. So it's not just a matter of anti-vaxxing lands.
Well, right. I'm just saying it just seems funny if they were, because it's like they obviously.
It's not funny.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
because some people just don't think you need it. A lot of people, like especially with cats, that if they're like, "Well, my cat doesn't go outside, so why do I need to get it?" I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
this
did we not see Cujo?
or this movie where the animal comes into their territory.
Mhm.
So this movie is going to be a compare and contrast of how rabies is portrayed in Hollywood versus reality, because you have the rabies expert here.
Well, I thought, because like I didn't know. Apparently, like when he said it in the movie, like there's no rabies in Hawaii. Because I'm like,
yeah.
that would be my first thing. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
rabies.
But
Yeah,
I'm
it's all-
assuming what he ate the bird, or what was it? The thing they had for him to eat and he found the dead animal, and I think whatever animal bit him or whatever, and that's how he got rabies. Because he had the little wound on his arm. Initially, that's where the pus was.
Man, he got bit by a mongoose.
The mongoose was in his
Right.
cage.
Exactly. What I'm just saying
He
is,
didn't eat it.
okay, fine. But what I'm saying is, do you think they would have checked him like thoroughly beforehand?
No, that's what I'm telling you. If doctors feel like you're not at risk of rabies, even if you got bit by something that might have rabies, they'll say, don't worry about it. But in Hawaii does not have rabies, which is why it's like, it's an island. So it's easy to say you don't have rabies. The film opens up with a statement. I didn't have it written down, but basically it's talking about how the original name of rabies was like hydrophobia or something like that, fear of water. Because one of the symptoms of rabies is that you're afraid of water, which plays into this film. But real quick, terrifying fact. When I was listening to this podcast will kill you. The creepiest thing that I learned is that you're afraid of water because rabies is in your mouth. You pass it by biting. This virus wants to be spread. So you bite, it makes you bite people, spread the virus, whatever. You're afraid of water because it doesn't want to be washed out of the mouth. Like if you drink water, you're going to wash the rabies away until your saliva comes back. So,
So that girl was fine then when she fell in the pool, other than bleeding to death.
Bit. No, she got bit.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but she fell in a chlorine pool.
Why is my hand up?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I think it needs to stay up because Lance, no, just because she fell in the chlorine doesn't mean the chlorine washed out the rabies.
Yeah. No, that bitch got rabies.
I mean, I understand later on with the scratching. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm just saying in this situation, either or. Let's go on, Mikey.
I mean,
Continue.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a second. So basically, the film is about a family that has a pet monkey named Ben. Ben was acquired by the matriarch of the family. What did I say it was?
You said monkey.
Oh, excuse me, an ape, a chimpanzee.
Are
named
they
Ben.
apes? I don't know. What are they?
I think
They're all primates. Oh, like the movie.
It was a giant chimp. I mean, like, you could
wasn't
obviously
even
tell
big.
they decided to put a human being in a costume.
Well, hey, it's better
Okay.
than CGI. Anyways, Lance,
There you go, Lance.
Please.
Stop it.
yeah, we're gonna mute you. But yeah, so they have this chimpanzee. It was the matriarch of the family was like a scientist who worked with him. She passes away. I forgot of what. Not important. They don't really glaze on it too much. And so this girl's coming back to Hawaii from college. She has a little sister. I'm guessing it's like 15, 16. They don't really say. And she's coming home with her childhood friend and some friend they met in college.
Frenemy.
Well, it's like the friend's friend. And I'll get back to her in a minute. But basically, you establish this relationship. And so they get to the house and they all decide they're going to stay at her house because she has this big bomb ass house on a cliff with an infinity pool. And they're like, we're going to stay with you. Her dad is a scientist, also, I think, or not, he's a writer.
He's an author.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is deaf. So another movie that we're reviewing with
I
a
was just gonna say this is
audibly
like a
impaired individual.
That's
a
what I thought.
recurring theme.
Because some of the
Yeah.
scenes in there with that kind of keeps going on with what we were talking about in the last.
Yeah, because they use it as like a heightened sense of terror later
Yeah.
on. But so then they get there, and then Ben gets bit by something. They don't know, but there's a dead mongoose in his cage because he has like an outdoor cage and an enclosure, but like the bars are big enough for things to kind of come in and out, like a small thing, like a mongoose. He's acting funny. In the beginning, he kills like what seems like his handler, like a veterinarian almost. But you find out that happens in the middle of the actual movie. It was kind of like a time jump, just to, like open up with the opening scare. But we can go over this now because my biggest flaw with this movie is I hate that family. I hate the little bitch sister. I hate the main character. The dad, I don't really have an opinion either way because he's just kind of the dad.
Absent.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone for like most of the movie, but like my favorite character of this whole movie is the bitchy girl because she has the biggest arc where she's a bitch, but then she actually like, tries to help everybody and she like puts her life on the line to save the girl that she just fought. And I'm like, and there's even moments where I'm like, maybe they're gonna do the whole switcheroo where she's gonna be the main character, because you kind of get introduced to Ben through her, because she's the only one that doesn't know Ben. The main girl knows Ben, the little sister knows Ben, the main girl's friend knows Ben. She's the new one, and so
The
like they
brother.
yeah, the hot brother. She's the only one that doesn't know him, so we're kind of following her for a little bit in the beginning, and she has like this awkward interaction with him where he like kind of grabs her hand in like kind of an aggressive but not like super aggressive way, just to establish like how strong he is. How did you guys feel about the characters?
So the girl who you're talking about, bitchy girl, she's actually in the beauty. I don't want to say who she is in the beauty because I don't want to give it away because it's kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
So I got introduced to her in the beauty, and at first I was like, "Ugh, they picked her." Because when you say that, if you watch the show, then you understand why I say that.
Mhm.
Because apparently she's like supposed to be this like really beautiful, like everything she plays, she's like this, and I don't think she's like anything great, but when she's acting and she starts talking and doing things, I'm like, okay, I see the appeal because she's a pretty girl. But
Yeah.
like like I was annoyed at the beginning with her. I think because when I was doing my research, like I think that her character was supposed to be more. So why? Because I agree with you, Mikey. The sisters especially are annoying.
Yeah.
Like, why is the little one being a bitch? Like, we don't have time for this. Okay, we
Yeah.
got things to do in this movie. You should be happy to see your sister, not happy to see your sister, whatever. Oh, you've been gone forever. She's in college.
Yeah, bitch.
What
What do
the
you want her to do?
You want her to stay in Hawaii and go? I know there's a college in Hawaii, but like seriously, who the hell wants to stay there if you were born and raised there?
I
Because
know.
like it is an island in
Almost
Hawaii.
every Hawaiian.
No, like Hawaii is
She's not
not that
Hawaiian.
great. Like I mean, first of all, Blue Crush should tell you anything, right? But also,
So,
Jesus.
there are a lot. It's like a lot of it is not, you know, nice. Like a lot of it is what it is, right? So I'm
Mm.
not saying, and I know that a lot of it has to do with
Come after Hawaii. Go for it,
how
Abe.
Hawaii's been acquired and
well, there's
when
a
it
lot of
became
poverty
a
in Hawaii.
state, there's a lot of poverty. That's what I'm saying. Like it sucks, for them.
Yeah.
Tourism is their like pretty much their only, source of whatever. So thank God they have that. But I mean, other than that, like what else can you do? Like I know people who've moved there and have had to leave. So it's not like it's easy to, and it's very expensive to live there.
I've only been there once, and I always say I was so surprised because when I landed in the main island, I was like, this feels like Mexico. Like, because you fly over, like, I don't know, I'm sorry if you're from Hawaii, but it seems kind of like the poor side where there's like shacks and like it's not the Hawaii you see in movies.
No,
So,
and they're not going to show you that in movies unless you're watching Blue Crush.
exactly.
So
And to your point, the actress we're talking about, her name is in the movie, her name is Hannah. Her real name is Jess Alexander. And I haven't seen The Beauty, but in this movie, she's like a college kid, so she's not really wearing any makeup. But when she has makeup on, she serves quite a bit. And she
mhm.
was Vanessa in the live action Little Mermaid. So, which is the humanoid Ursula. And that she
Yeah.
was
Mm.
beautiful in that. So, good for her.
Yeah,
Lance.
and she's a British actress, so her accent does come out at the end. Did you notice that?
No.
Because she talks with a British accent. She talks British and with her British accent in The Beauty. So it was weird hearing her, but when she's screaming in the car at the end, it's coming out, man. It's coming
She
out.
screams in British.
So-
Oi! Okay, that's Australian.
Oi, governor, get off me. Get off me.
Lance,
You geezer.
God save the Queen!
Go on.
But Lance, how did you feel about these vanilla pudding customers characters?
I mean, what is it? The movie's like what, hour and a half, hour and something, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
that's
So, like, I
89
mean-
minutes. It's not even.
Yeah, like it's like you knew they were gonna have to kind of blast through some of the like whatever kind of character building things and try to make it as fast as it could get to the actual main fact of it. And some of that I like, but then when you make an effort to try to give some kind of storyline, then it becomes kind of very grayish. In that area, you're kind of like, okay, cool. Hey, two dudes that are on the plane. Oh yeah, they got the number. You know what I mean? Oh, this girl doesn't like that girl because her other friend invited her. I don't even know why she's coming back. She has an issue with the dad. She doesn't have an issue with the dad. Oh, the sister hates her because she left him with the dad, but they seem to get along when they're there. So, I mean, it didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. So it just seemed like regular teenage angst type shit. She's upset with her sister because she's all alone, quote unquote. You barely even understand why they even have the chimp, Ben, and then the mother you realize is dead. But obviously, you don't need to go too much in the backstory other than she's gone, obviously. But
they do that at the beginning, though, right? The opening credits, they show all the pictures. So
Yeah.
all the newspaper clippings kind of give you the background, which I think is, to their credit, I think that's a good idea because it kind of gets through all of the rigmarole, as Lance would say.
Yeah.
So we could actually get into the story because, like, I mean, for girls, it's easy. Like, I knew right away, I could tell the one chick hated short-haired chick.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And you could tell. Oh, I'm so sorry, but you're in my seat.
Every girl who loves rolling their eyes knows another girl rolling their eyes.
Listen.
I mean, there's some good catty moments in this movie, like when they get the boy's number, and the main girl, whose name is Lucy, so bitchy friend is Hannah, main girl's Lucy, best friend is Kate. Kate, she's a good character, but she doesn't really contribute to any of the drama. But Lucy and Hannah, I think Lucy gets the boys' numbers, but they both like Kate's brother, whose name is Nick, and he is a very attractive boy. But Nick likes Hannah because Nick and Lucy grew up together and he sees her as a sister. But Lucy likes Nick. Typical triangle. And they're sitting at together and she's like, Lucy sees Hannah kind of like canoodling with Nick. She's like, "Oh, Hannah, why don't you call those boys and tell them like to come party?"
The look on her
like, "You
face.
have the number."
No, did you see before she was the look on her face? I'm like, oh my God, that's me.
Yeah, that's
That
how
would
these
be
girls
my-
have been through this before.
Oh, that girl definitely cock blocked her or vagina blocked. I don't even know how you would.
The smile that she gives. Ah, so
Oh, I
good.
know.
I
That
loved
was-
it.
That was very,
It was a douchey move on her.
Yeah, no, terrible. Yeah, what a freaking. But anyway, continue, Mikey.
Yeah, but so we do have a little bit of establishment with the characters, and I think so. The biggest character that annoyed me was just the little sister, and I think remember how in Marshmallow I said this girl is young and she's trying to act older, and that annoyed me. I think I have the opposite problem. This girl's supposed to be like 16, but she's acting like a 10-year-old, like someone that doesn't have common sense of like why your sister's not available is because she's in school. You stupid.
I mean, I think it's implied that with the mother passing away kind of put a rift in the family because the father.
Get friends, bitch. We all have to have friends.
Girl, I know they live in that bomb ass house. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what? Ugh.
Did you
and
guys
you got a
feel?
fucking chimp.
Did
Sorry.
you? Well, yeah, I was gonna say. Did you guys feel that like for sign language, and obviously they seem like they grew up with a scientific parent and an educated father in the sense of certain writing and whatever. I don't know what kind of writing he did. I thought maybe it was scientific to some degree, just because that would be the combining factors of maybe the mom and dad.
The name of his book, I remember, I think was Silent House. I'm wondering if it's like a memoir or like how he perceives everything.
Oh, maybe. But still,
I think that it's clever to have that with him. Sorry, but that character, because a lot of the times when people communicate with ape primates, not other people, because people are also primates, but a lot of people are dumber than apes. So there's that. They use sign language, right?
Right.
So
and it is cool.
Ahead, oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It is. I'm gonna interrupt Lance too, but it is cool because it's not just the family that knows sign language. It's like these friends that have been around since they were kids also know because they grew up with the dad also, and they grew up with the monkey, or excuse me, the primate. So like, they all know some base level of sign language, and so that comes in later. But Lance, go ahead and.
Well, to finish the conversation with what I was saying is basically like you would think they would have more knowledge of how chimps react, like even in angrily states or their environments or whatever it is. Even though because most people, if you do have like an exotic animal like that, you do understand the dangers of it. Like, I mean, most times, even for you to keep them, I think you have to have some kind of license or know that people that are in the household understand the commonality of it. You know what I mean? And I don't know rabies, because our rabies expert will maybe chime in here. like is there much of a difference in reaction, or is it still like it is primate? So it is at its peak ideal of primating, like reactions or whatever. I know, but like I just don't understand how they seem so.
The rabies affect the chimpanzee in the same way that it would affect a human?
Right, but I mean, I'm just saying, as in they seems like dumbfounded with like any reaction at all. Like they were really not educated. It seemed like.
I feel like they relied too much on the fact that Hawaii doesn't have rabies. Because if that monkey was that primate was acting like that, I'd be like, rabies, get him in the cage, close the door.
And that's what Hannah was saying, right? Hannah immediately said it was rabies.
The
She's not
brother,
from Hawaii, though.
I thought the brother had him.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way this movie's ending this way. It's just so quickly, and you like.
Oh, I know.
Well, and that's. But that's the thing, though. So, did you notice though when they first introduced Ben? Because like you see, like he's there, but you don't know he's there until the sister takes out the teddy bear, and then you see his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was so creepy when his hand came up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it scared me because I'm like, I forgot the fucking monkey was there or whatever. The chimp. I forgot what's happening. And I was like, what the fuck is that hand? I'm like, oh, it's Ben. And
I think it's creepy to live with an animal that can rip your face off in general. Like, a pit bull is pushing it for me, and not because of their reputation, but just because their ability to lockjaw. Rottweilers, anything larger than a 6-foot snake, because you have to have, again, little animal knowledge. If you own after 6 feet of a snake, you need 2 people. And then it's like every other additional feet, you need an additional person to handle it. Like there's these animals I would like not let in my house, especially with children, even if it's all cool honky dory. That wouldn't really apply for dogs because dogs we can train easily. I have no idea how to train a monkey. I don't even know if monkeys can be trained or primates can be trained fully.
Well, I mean, like, I mean, they pick their people too. It's not like everyone could just go around like Zing Zing, the one-armed monkey. I always send you guys videos.
The big ass one that eats his best life.
She's so well. It's actually a girl. I found out it was a girl. Zing Zing is so cute. She's only got one arm. I forget what kind of monkey it is, but
the orange one.
The one that's always sitting there eating the bananas. It looks like a little blob.
Yes, but she's little. She's little.
She's a good size.
She's like stoutly.
She's like the size of a husky.
Yeah, but she loves Grandma Yee. So Yee gets up in the morning and goes all the way down all these fucking stuff. Like I've seen videos. Like people now go to China just to see this monkey and Grandma Yee, and they follow. But Grandma Yee's got like a pole because sometimes Sing Sing will run and attack people with her one arm.
Damn right, because she's still a primate. That's
but she loves Grandma Zing Zing. Or Yee, whatever the fuck.
What was that? There's a story back in the day. Some lady had a python or whatever, and like she'd call the people. She was like, "I don't know what's wrong with my python." And he goes, "What's he doing?" And he goes, "It's like just laying next to me, but like stretched out like vertically." And he goes,
Legends lands.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though. Like it's like, but you know what I mean. People just for some reason just think. Oh,
they do asphyxiate people. Like I've read. I mean, I remember there was like a python got into a 3-year-old's bedroom and almost killed the baby. Oh. So yeah.
You don't even need a big snake to kill someone. Just if it's around your neck and it's bigger than 3 feet and it goes around, like
your airway is only so much. It's like,
they squeeze because I've held them in my arm and they've squeezed the shit out of my arm. Like
that's how they hold on.
Yeah. So ugh. I mean, they make a nice purse.
Oh my god.
Well, what doesn't make a nice purse is monkey skin or primate skin, unless you're Ed Gein. But
or
my biggest issue with this movie is I'm like, okay, so the biggest plot hole for me, Hawaii. So they test this mongoose. The dad's waiting for the text from the scientist on if this mongoose has rabies because they find it. They send it in just in case, which good job. And the guy's like, yeah, this mongoose has rabies. Okay. So now we know Ben has rabies and Ben is acting weird. And Ben seems to have been infected with the rage virus from 28 days later. And not rabies. Because let me tell you, I've seen a raccoon with rabies and it's terrifying. It scared the shit out of me. I was in my car and I was terrified. But when you have your brain kind of dies. And so like this raccoon was just like, it had like a dead look on its face, and it was just walking in a circle. And it was
Oh,
terrifying to watch, more so because like I can't imagine what that's like. Um, and also like there's such a deadly disease in that animal. I don't want to go over there.
it's supposedly very painful too, from something I saw on something. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And I'm watching it and I'm like, rabies isn't gonna make you do that. Like rabies isn't gonna make you blood hungry and like Jason Voorhees people. Like so
Well, that's okay. Obviously, this is a fictional movie also too, but
right.
that's what brings in the sort of slasher element that we talked about before with this one. Because I mean, essentially, this is a slasher movie at this point.
Yeah.
When has the little, because he communicates with people with that computer.
Hmm.
He
Little
tells
tablet.
the tablet and it has I said computer because I'm old.
Bad, bad, whatever her name is.
Lucy, bad. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, that was terrifying. When he's looking, and this in the commercial, when he's looking at them in the water and he's pushing die or dead, dead,
Dead,
dead. I'm
dead.
like, because this monkey has some creepy ass faces. Um, but I thought they could have easily closed the loophole if they were like, this mongoose came from a science facility where they were studying a new strain of rabies. That's all. Because now I know this isn't regular rabies. Because I'm sitting here thinking that Ben has rabies, and I'm like, why the fuck is he doing all that?
And he said,
Um,
I'm going to this luscious house in the middle of nowhere.
well,
Well, so when you get
Mongoose my way.
rabies, I know, right? When you get rabies, though, like, I mean, I don't know this, is why I'm asking Mikey, but how long do the effects take place? Like, how long are you infected with it before all of these other things start happening?
I have no idea. Some people can get rabies and they don't show symptoms for like months or years. So another reason to be terrified of it.
Well, the dad saw the wound earlier, you know what I mean? And he knew about the mongoose. It's like at that point, if you're afraid of anything or something happening to Ben, A, why would you not tell your daughters?
He
B,
did.
yeah, he said it was bitten and stuff like that. But then it's like, why would it not be locked up more? I know they had that other
They
doctor there.
locked him up,
They
but
locked him up. He said, keep him in the enclosure.
yeah.
But remember, if you remember when the vet goes to give him in the shot, the vet opens the gate and that's how Ben gets out.
Yeah, that's
To be
true, I guess.
So,
Yeah.
because otherwise, if the vet never came by, or at least made his presence known, and
Yeah.
also too, let's while there may be plot holes, the practical effects in this movie were
Oh, or badass.
Oh yeah. And the gore. It was so
Yeah.
gross.
I was
So
screaming.
The blood on that rock.
I screamed the entire movie,
and
screaming.
he hit his head on the
Ugh.
bottom. That
Ah!
poor little wannabe Taylor Lautner.
Oh,
Even when the man
God.
dies, Mikey fucks with him.
And the sister's face, that look of horror. I mean, and that actress, I feel like she's like, I wanted her to live. Like, it made me so sad about the sister. But like when she watched her brother die,
The friend. Yeah, Kate.
yeah, Kate. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
Because there's
I
an
love the fact-
element of like, like higher stakes. I feel like when it's siblings versus
Oh, yeah.
just your friends, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And so Ben attacks and they're like, they know it's, because I think the girl who's not from Hawaii is like, bitch, this is rabies. And this is the only time in a movie where I've been like, yes, shoot it. Because she's like, where's the gun? You have to have a gun if you have an animal like this. Like, what are you insinuating? Kill the fucking rabid monkey. That's what I'm insinuating. Like, I was on board with her. I was like, nope, I don't fuck around with rabies. And so
Deep
surprise,
fear,
there's
Mikey's like, kill it.
I know. I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead.
well, because
But
they'll fuck you up. Like primates, especially. Oh my God, how many faces and fingers and things have people lost over the years fucking around with monkeys?
yeah,
But again, this is where I come back to that thing where it's like, they've had this chimp for how long? And like,
Yeah.
you've never been prepared for the worst case scenario.
He was a family member, though, because that's that's
But
another
he's not
thing,
a
too,
normal
that people
family member.
who live with him, right? Like that's like if your dog gets rabid and you have to put it down, like Old Yeller.
I'd do it. If my dog,
I
I knew my
couldn't do
dog had
it.
rabies, I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to that. And also, knowing what I know about rabies, I'm like, I'm not going to end your life before it gets that bad. But So they're like, okay, let's pretend that he has rabies. We know they're afraid of water, so let's go into the pool. So they all hide in the pool for like 3/4 of this damn movie. And um, also, if he actually did have rabies, he would not even go near that pool. That's how deathly afraid of water rabies makes you. But no, he's like, I guess just pretending not to touch it. I don't know.
Well, they also mentioned that they knew he couldn't swim initially.
Yeah.
So I guess they can't swim. I don't know if that's
What,
true or
what,
not.
what about the part
but-
where like he's hanging from the lights? He grabs her
he
hair
grabs her
and has
hair.
enough strength
Oh,
to
he
pull
took
her
the
hair out.
chunk.
Yeah,
Good chunk
but
of
not
skin
fall
up,
in. You know what I mean? Because that lights are so strong. Like there are some parts you're just like, come on, man.
Yeah. It definitely starts getting more like, let's just have a fun horror movie and not really base this in reality, which
Yeah.
I was fine with.
Oh, yeah.
Because we do get the gore and we get some really gnarly kills and we get some close calls. But the biggest shining star for me of this whole movie is the score. I don't know if I would have liked this movie as much if it didn't have a score. It has like an 80s synth, almost like Terrifier sounding score.
Mm.
Hmm.
And I was here for that shit. Um,
You were
And
here
I
for the
think-
bedroom scene with the
I-
guy.
we're getting there. We're
I'm
getting there, Lance.
screaming. That scene, I'm screaming. First of all, the build up and the tension to these,
I
especially
was
that
like,
scene.
is he gonna fuck the monkey?
Well,
I was like, is he gonna hard R this man?
Anything to get out of dying.
thank you. I'm glad we know that about Lance, everyone.
I know. We know when Lance doesn't have a line to pass.
God.
Jesus.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the movie and you're not going to,
I
the
was
guys
lit-
from the airplane show up. Oh, it was awkward. It was awkward as fuck.
Spoilers-esque, folks.
Yeah, spoiler for the most uncomfortable part of the whole movie. One of the boys ends up in the girl's room and it's like the bed with like the sheer pink curtains over it, the mood lighting, and it is creepy when Ben, you can see his like face and like not knowing
Oh
there's
yeah,
in the house. That's terrifying.
that was.
Yeah. And I don't know.
He's coming through the curtain. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And his face looked like even meaner. Like it was. It's kind of badass. Like that was like one of those scenes you're like. I mean, if I was that kid, I would have already been out of that fucking bed. I don't care what the scenario was.
He was
like,
drunk and stupid. I mean, first of all, they were already stupid. They walk into somebody's house. They see all of the hullabaloo and nothing is like bothering them, right? Like the glass is broken on the thing, the TV smashed. Oh, and speaking of the TV scene, them hiding in the closet like Laurie Strode in Halloween. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like literally
Also, is
the
the power
entire time
out?
I'm like this.
is the power out in this place? Because no one turned the lights
No.
on. Even when the dad got home, he didn't even turn the lights on.
No, I don't think the power wasn't out because the TV was like flashing. the whole
Yeah, that's what
time.
I'm saying. It's like,
Well, no, because I was thinking about that later in the movie. You're right. But then I remember they all went to bed. Remember? They literally all went to bed. And the only reason they got up was because Kate got up to get something out of the kitchen. And
She saw Ben.
Ben was, well, first it was the teddy bear. And then it was Ben. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, and we have this really awkward scene where Ben sits on this guy and is like touching him. And at first he's like, he sees a picture of the monk or Ben with the family. So he's like, oh, okay, they have a pet monkey. And at first he's kind of like joking around with it. And then like he starts to realize that like Ben is not getting off of him.
a little
And
bit.
he even makes a joke like, "Are you gonna buy me a drink first or something like that?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" And then fast forward a couple of awkward minutes, and Ben rips his jaw off, and then tries to put it back on, and then puts it on himself.
Bites the bone out of
This
his mouth.
monkey's fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
that, oh my God. Like, and it literally, I'm just like, and there's so much of it. Literally, I'm watching it through my hands because is he gonna, you never know if he's gonna strike or if it's gonna be like a slow, you don't know. And I think the hardest parts to watch were obviously that part, and then like the part where he's slamming on Lucy's back when he's just freaking.
That's how he kills
wailing on
her. Oh wait, no,
He-
sorry. I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about Hannah when she's in the car.
Yeah, well, Hannah too.
'Cause his hands are knives, basically.
I mean, he fucks and he doesn't just kill people. He fucks them up. Like it is so visceral and so disgusting and scary. And the movie was scary. It was a scary movie. I'm just gonna say it. I thought it was scary.
The car scene was pretty fucking funny though.
No,
Oh,
it was terrifying. Those scenes are always terrifying. Like in Scream, the original one where the second one.
Part 2 when she's climbing out. Is that the part? What
No, wait. Which one is the one where the doors keep unlocking? I think it happens in 1 and 2. Because the second one is the cop car where she has to go over the car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first one is when she's in the news van and it like unlocks and like she's locking it. You don't see that the back is opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like car shit in horror movies terrifies me. I don't know why.
Well, I meant more in the sense like where she grabbed the keys and she's like, "Fuck yeah, I got into the car." And for some reason, she goes into the dude's cars.
Well, she doesn't know. She doesn't live there. She doesn't have access to the car. She doesn't know which one's which.
Right, but like, my thing is this: is like, how often do you like go to the door like that? Like, usually you use the key handle thing and hit unlock. Like, it usually would light up and show you which car you're trying to go to.
My car does not
Hey,
have
it doesn't because her
transponder.
car is from 1997.
Yeah, exactly.
2002, Mikey.
But it's just it is a slasher with a killer ape, and I enjoy it. Ultimately, it's not perfect, but if you just look at it as a fun hack and slash movie, I really like it. And again, that score, and I was watching it with my friend yesterday, and he was even looking up because he liked the score, and he was like, "This guy hasn't really done anything except like TV movies for score." And I was like, "I love that whole. It feels like an '80s slash movie made today with an ape, and I live for it."
Yeah. If you want just like something fun, I highly recommend. I loved it. I loved every second. I love the runtime. I mean, the characters are something to be said, but we can talk about the father. I mean, obviously, Troy Kotsur, he won the Academy Award for Coda. He is
did he?
Yeah, he's deaf. He's a deaf person, and they rewrote this part of the father for him to make him a deaf character, and I think that makes it so much more terrifying, especially at the end, because we get and I watched a little video of him talking about it, the actor, and he was saying like, a lot of the times in horror movies you just see it through everybody's perspective, but now you're getting it through mine, and this is what would happen if I was home.
Yeah.
He wouldn't hear it. And they and there was one part of the film with the kid who got his jaw ripped off. They hid that prosthetic body from the actor, from the Troy Kotsur, because when he saw it, they wanted his initial reaction, and his initial reaction when he does see the body is pretty intense.
Yeah,
and that's when you realize, like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's so scary. Like horror movie point of view from death point of view, because like what we have with this one, his child is home. He assumes they're safe, and then he's like, doesn't he? And it takes him a while to realize that they're not.
Yeah.
He starts seeing things out of place, and then yeah, and then but like also when we did Midnight, and I was like, the scariest thing is running away from someone and not knowing how far they are from you because you can't hear their footsteps. Like it's such a great aspect of the film to include him, because it also kind of goes hand in hand with how you talk to primates, because sign language.
Yeah,
and it's almost kind of like silly that the writers or creators didn't think about that to begin with, because it's such a perfect character to have as a deaf person, because it helps move the story along.
Did you find the dad was a little too nonchalant, like about like coming into the house? Because like obviously he knew that Ben probably has rabies. He hasn't heard anything back from his friend who was supposed to give him, I'm assuming, a rabies shot or just in case shot type deal. I mean, obviously, like you said, he's in there, he's eating pizza, like like not really the first characteristic things you would do as a father figure, because like he tried to get a hold of his daughters, no one picked up. He doesn't see them right when he gets there. I mean, there's a lot of lackluster dad things. I know that kind of went along with his character in the sense of he's kind of like busy doing stuff, but that kind of seemed to cut away from him being a real dad.
Well, he also saw the beer cans and the beer bottles and all the shit they left behind. So he figured at that point they were.
I think I was more disturbed that he was so cool about letting the boys spend the night.
I know. I'd be like, get your ass out of my house. Like,
okay, if they're in college, not in my house.
He's probably like, this guy. This guy's not going to lay you, because like did he make a comment that he thought he was gay or something, like, or
no, that was the daughter's chance to get him.
Yeah, because he asked him how his girlfriend was doing, but he was like, "We broke up."
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But before I forget, I will say this was probably the best use of cell phones in a horror movie I've seen in a while because all of the things that happened with the phones, and I think the scariest part about it was remember when they got into the house, they forgot where they put the phone because
Yeah.
you
So
don't have a
big.
landline anymore.
Yeah.
Now you're fucked. Where the fuck's your phone?
Yeah,
There
and then
you
they
go.
broke the screen whenever the monkey attacked, and it's like worked very well and stuff. So like they did a really good job of including phones, but in a realistic way, making them not work. Not just like, oh my God, reception's bad out here.
Yeah, like giving us a
The
reason.
classic.
It helped us really believe because in the same thing with the car keys, because remember the guy before he gets his jaw ripped off, he tries to play fetch with the car keys with the
Yeah.
monkey,
That monkey's
with the
face.
primate.
I know he's like fetch. I was like, it's not a
But then
dog.
he had him later, and I'm like, ah,
Uh,
I saw that coming a mile away.
that was so good.
you're like, oh come on. How coincidence you go into the one car with the guy who was just got his jaw ripped off. And the other guy, like you don't even get to see really his death. I mean, you get to see like obviously he's smashing him, but like he had a shovel and you're thinking to yourself, all right, man, like you got kind of a fucking like a weapon to come at him, you know. You would think there'd be some kind of better scenario. Obviously drunk, but still.
No. I don't ever want to feel the force of a primate or a whale. Those are two things that I've heard like getting hit by. You are so taken aback by the strength. I don't need to experience that.
No, yeah,
I'm fine just where I am. So like I believe what they tell me. But you know, with all that said, I think this movie is great. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Mainly the fault is just from how can you have an unlikable main actress? And sister. But
and then her smiling at the end pissed me off. Bitch, why are you smiling?
everyone's dead,
Your
ho.
fucking friends are dead because of you. Like,
Oh, and also their families are gonna sue the fuck out of your dad. So
You basically killed two children from the same family.
Goodbye.
But yeah, so Adrian, how do you rank it?
I give it a 5 out of 5. I really liked it.
Oh,
I'll watch
perfect.
it again. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lance, how do you rate it?
I give it
There we go.
3.5 rabies.
My God. Okay. Well, sure. But before we end, I'm gonna give you an interesting fact about Australia.
Oh.
Not about babies. I just read this recently. I don't know why it made me think of this movie. I read a little tidbit about Scooby-Doo, the live action Scooby-Doo. So they filmed Scooby-Doo in Australia. And
Both or one? Only one.
I don't know. Probably one. And they really wanted to get a Great Dane so that when they're reacting to Scooby, who's CGI, sorry everybody, he's not real. They wanted to have a Great Dane in place to like actually play off of somebody. But in Australia, you can't bring dogs in that aren't from here or aren't from there, and so they would not let them bring in a Great Dane. Australia has no Great Danes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? They could not get access to a Great Dane because Australia does not have Great Danes, and you can't bring one in.
Well,
What's
they have enough things there that can kill you. Just get a kangaroo.
They don't need something. They don't need something to become a hybrid with a Great Dane that's going to wipe off all the civilization.
What's the lifespan for a Great Dane? Anyways, it's only like 10.
8
No,
years.
younger
Yeah.
than that. My friend
6 to 8.
Sandy had Great Dane. She had so many in like a span of so many years because they only lived to like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
the bigger the dog, the less life it has. Life
Yeah.
expectancy. I hate whenever like hang on, life
Because
expect-
they get a lot of disease, especially when they're purebred. They get cancer and things earlier. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean
Jesus.
7 to 10 years, but I usually hear them about 8.
Oh, true.
Because the
Yeah,
bigger the heart, it's like with people like 7. No offense to the listener if you're 7 feet, but like people that are like 7 feet, they don't live very long because your heart has to work harder.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, bigger body. That makes sense.
I mean,
Wow,
if
Lance.
anybody with a bigger
Body shame them.
Did I body shame them?
And on that note, that's it for Slashers Podcast. Please exit the podcast in a calm and spooky fashion. If you want to see our faces and see how Aid treats us, which is lovely today, thank you, Aid. Watch the video cast at youtube.com/slasherspodcast. If you need more horror nerd in your life, slice deeper with the Comic Chop, our monthly deep dive with Joe from Much Ado About Nerding, or just listen to last week's episode because that was the spotlight. Join the cult at Patreon at patreon.com/slasherspod for exclusive episodes, bonus content, and cursed perks. Rock your support at slasherspod.redbubble.com because nothing gets you laid faster than Slashers swag. Follow us on Instagram at slasherspod for the official page, or at Mutant Goons from Beyond for the gang. You can scream at us directly for Aid at Pathologically ADE, me at Southern Fried Mikey, or Lance at Zombie vs Hate. A huge thanks to our Bloodbound Patreon members: Josh Gunn, Dinosaurs Will Always Be Awesome, Lorraine Ellis, Kevin Leamy, Vladimir Luis, Leslie Thurman, Cam, Kale, Pressy Jack, and Bruce Magnus. Thanks for listening, everybody, and remember, stay spooky, goodbye, and
Oh my god, I feel like I'm watching Tarzan. Jesus.
No, it's a monkey or an ape, primate, whatever. I'm on brand today.
A chimp.
Whatever. Goodbye, chumps.
Goodbye.
Oh, you have to stop recording. It's not.
Oh, yeah, it's me. Sorry.
What?
I was doing it.